Hello, Oilers fans. Alex, the Oilers fan here, back with the playoff live streams. Round 2, Game 3 between the Edmonton Oilers and the Vegas Golden Knights. Let me just get my jersey on here. The Edmonton Oilers are looking to take a 3-0 series lead for the first time in the McDavid-Draisaitl era. They have never actually done that, believe it or not. In fact, I didn't mention this at the end of the last game, but only one other time have the Edmonton Oilers taken a 2-0 series lead, and that was all the way back in 2017 against the Anaheim Ducks. The Oilers won in similar circumstances to how they were here. They played the first 2 games in Anaheim. They won them by game 1 5-3 and game 2 2-1. And they came back to Edmonton up 2-0, and then they leave Edmonton tied at 2 in the series. Anaheim won game 3 6-3 and game 4 4-3 in overtime, I believe. And then Edmonton would go on to lose game 5 despite after being up 3-0, win game 6 6-1, and then lose game 7 2-1. So just because Edmonton's up 2-0 doesn't mean they've won the series. Vegas could easily get back into this with a win tonight. But that 2017 squad was a young, inexperienced Oilers team. Different players, different personnel, different coach, different everything. This year, more experience. They have a Stanley Cup Finals appearance under their belt for a good chunk of these players on the team. So they are a little bit more composed, more veteran-y, and should be good to go tonight. But unfortunately, it's not going to be easy because Calvin Pickard, who is 6-0 in these playoffs, is out tonight with an injury listed as day-to-day. And it was after he collided with Tomas Hertl in game 3. Even after that happened, it certainly was one of those things where you could tell he was a little bit of discomfort. And as a result, he is not playing tonight. So Stuart Skinner, who is 0-2 in these playoffs, just could not make the save Edmonton needed in games 1 and 2 against the Kings. He's in the crease tonight, and you have a Vegas squad that, in all honesty, should have won game 2, and they're going to be fired up, and they're going to come out, and they're probably going to play their best game of the series, despite game 2 was their best game of the series. So it'll be interesting to see what happens tonight. Other than that, the Edmonton Oilers are running the same lineup that has won the last 6 straight. Connor McDavid between Leon Draisaitl and Corey Perry. Nugent Hopkins between Evander Kane and Zach Hyman. Adam Henrique between Trent Frederick and Connor Brown. So Trent Frederick is playing tonight after taking that vicious cross-check to the face. Janmark between Podkolzin and Arvidsson. That line was probably Edmonton's best line in game 2, without a question. Chipped in with a couple of goals. One from Podkolzin, one from Wallman, assisted by both Arvidsson and Podkolzin. And then, of course, Victor Arvidsson got away with a bit of a trip on Braden McNabb in the overtime of game 2, and shortly after Edmonton ended it in overtime. So there's that. Nurse Bouchard is your top pairing, Wallman, Klingberg, and Kulak Emberson. And then, of course, as I said, now Edmonton has Pickard listed as the backup. I don't think I really don't think I don't think that's accurate. I really think I really think it's Rodriguez the backup, but we'll see what happens. But it says here Pickard is the backup, and this is coming from the Oilers. This is coming from the Oilers media account, media account, the team account on Twitter or X. So maybe that's true. I do not know. For Vegas, Braden McNabb has taken warmups for Vegas, so it does appear as though he will be playing tonight. And so here's the lineup from the Vegas Golden Knights. Jack Eichel between Ivan Barbashev and Mark Stone. Tomas Hertl between Pavel. Hang on. Is Pavel Dorofeev playing tonight? All right. It does appear that Pavel Dorofeev will be playing tonight. I may need to look into that. Give me a second here. Go Oilers. He's home. Blah, blah. Yeah. Yeah. So Pavel Dorofeev is in the lineup tonight. So you're, Victor Olofsson, Carlson, Pearson, Stone, Kolasar, Barbashev. Yeah. So you have Jack Eichel between Ivan Barbashev and Mark Stone, Tomas Hertl between Pavel Dorofeev and Victor Olofsson, William Karlsson between Brett Howden and Riley Smith, and Nicholas Roy between Tanis Pearson and Keegan Kolasar. So that is a thing. Nicholas Roy did get fined about $7,000 for his cross-check to Frederick. So no suspension, because of course there wouldn't be a suspension. And then, of course, defensively, Brandon McNabb, Shea Theodore, Noah Hanifin, Zach Whitecloud, Nicholas Haig, and Alex Pietrangelo on the defensive end for the Knights. So Vegas is going with a full lineup tonight. So Edmonton's in tough. This is not going to be easy, but I believe in this team. I believe that they have the guns to get home, and they are at home. So we'll see what happens. Playoff trees, playoff brackets, whatever is going on here. I screwed the pooch on that one. Let's go ahead and get the playoff trees going. Here we go. So playoff tracker. Only one other game tonight. The Carolina Hurricanes blanking the Washington Capitals 4-0. So they have taken the 2-1 series lead in that series. Other series going on, Toronto and Florida. They played last night, game 3. Florida was down 3-1. Tied it up at 3, and then scored 3 unanswered to take a 4-3 lead. Toronto would get one back to tie it up at 4. And then Brad Marchand would win it in overtime for the Panthers. So they find themselves down 2-1 in the series to the Toronto Maple Leafs. I'm seeing a lot of people talking about how the Oilers and Leafs seem destined for a Stanley Cup final collision course. I have stated many, many, many times, I do not want that. If that happens, just give the cup to Toronto. Do not even bother playing, because Edmonton is not going to win that series. So as I said, Washington, Carolina just played tonight. So the Carolina Hurricanes blanked Washington 4-0. Winnipeg and Dallas also played last night, and also a 4-0 final for the Winnipeg Jets. So that series is tied up at 1. And then, of course, Oilers lead at 2-0 over the Vegas Golden Knights. After an impressive Game 1 win and a very sloppy Game 2, that in all honesty, as I said, Edmonton should have lost that game. They were not great. They had a good second period. That second period was pretty good for Edmonton. They went from 1-0 down to 3-2 up, to 3-1 up before Vegas got one late. Edmonton scored early in the third to make it 4-2. But at some point in time, Vegas was getting a lot of offensive zone time, and then you saw it was going to happen. And sure enough, the Oilers couldn't kill a penalty, get a power play goal to make it 4-3. Pietrangelo with a shot from the point, 4-4. And then, of course, Edmonton doesn't score on the 5-minute major in overtime. Huge missed opportunity from that team, from Edmonton on that. The power play has been a problem in these playoffs. Hasn't scored on the road, has scored at home, so that's going to be hopefully good for Edmonton. But yeah, special teams have not been kind to Edmonton in these playoffs so far, and that's definitely something they are going to need to work on if they want to make a deep run here. But I did see a stat the other day, and it was very encouraging from an Oilers fan. This guy's called NHL Sid. He's a big stats and analytics guy for the Oilers fandom, does a lot of writing for OilersNation.com. So he's a guy who, when he starts talking about that kind of thing, you definitely want to listen in. He tweeted out something on Thursday, which was very interesting to me. And I thought this was a very unique stat that I didn't even realize. So one of the things I liked about last year's team was it seemed like they were getting depth scoring from up and down the lineup. It seemed like if McDavid and Draisaitl weren't going, someone else was going to step up and be able to contribute in a meaningful way. And that's part of the reason why Edmonton was able to go to Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final is because if McDavid and Draisaitl didn't have it, you had someone else who could step up, whether it be Evander Kane, Nugent Hopkins, Zach Hyman, Connor Brown, Matthias Janmark, especially those two guys. However, this is a stat that I didn't realize, and it really kind of stood out to me how, I guess, I don't want to say lucky Edmonton was, but how interesting it was for last year. So in the entirety of the 2024 playoff run, the Stanley Cup Final, the Edmonton Oilers scored a total of 12 goals at 5-on-5 without Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. Either, I'm assuming that means without them either getting a point or actually being a goal scorer. Now, that was after 25 games. So that's 5 games in round 1, 7 games in round 2. So that's 12 games in total. 6 games in round 3, which is 18, and then 7 games in the Stanley Cup Final, which brings it up to 25. So in 25 games played, the Edmonton Oilers got 12 goals from players not named Connor McDavid or Leon Draisaitl. And that's it's 12 and 25. So that's almost 1 every 2 games, which is not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. However, in 8 games so far in these playoffs, the Oilers are already up to 14 without McDavid or Draisaitl. Now, I chalk a lot of that up to the fact that McDavid and Draisaitl have been playing on the same line since basically Game 3 against LA. One or both of those guys are clearly not at 100%. And we talk about their individual longevities. These two guys are pretty durable people. You can sort of kind of squeeze. You can sort of look at them and go, yeah, they're going to be good for 82 games. But it is clear, but for some bizarre reason, especially in the last 2 playoff runs, these two guys have not been healthy. I don't know what it is. Even in 2022, Draisaitl was playing on an ankle after round 1 because he got injured against Mikey Anderson. He still was able to go out there, trot out, score a couple goals against Calgary, contributed a couple goals against Colorado. But I wonder what a fully Draisaitl would have done for that Oilers team in that series against Colorado. But for the last couple of years, it's been shown that both of these guys are not on 100%. McDavid and Draisaitl had a kind of sort of disappointing Stanley Cup Final. Draisaitl didn't get a goal at all. Had a couple assists, but he didn't score a single goal. It would have been interesting to see what would have happened if he could have scored a goal. McDavid did have like 8 points in 2 games, but he was held pointless in Game 6 and Game 7. So even just a goal or a point from one of those 2 guys probably would have helped Edmonton win the Stanley Cup. And I say that Game 6, they won 5-1 without McDavid or Draisaitl. I think Draisaitl had like 1 point. McDavid had none. So Game 6, I don't mind, but Game 7, you really would have liked to see those 2 guys contribute, and what would have happened if they did. But looking at the, you look at the here's he has a little stat here. He does show their last playoff. Well, he shows their entire playoff history in the McDavid Draisaitl era. So that's 2016, 2017. I do not count 2019 or 2020. That was a play-in round, not a playoff round. That does not count. 2021, 2020, 2021. That was round 1 against Winnipeg. 2021, 2022, 2023. Okay, so just going back there. So in 2016, 2017, without McDavid and Draisaitl scoring a goal, the Edmonton Oilers scored 6 goals. And they allowed 13. So that was a negative, or that's a goal share of 32%. Not good. Just for the sake of putting it out there, in the 2020 bubble against Chicago, 2 goals for, 2 goals against, 50%. 2020, 2021, 2 goals for, 5 goals against, 29%. That was when they got swept by Winnipeg in that weird first round where Edmonton was either tied or leading Winnipeg for the majority of that series, and yet they lost 4 games. And that's the way it goes. 2021, 2022, not too bad. 14 goals for, 17 goals against, 45%. that wasn't too bad. I mean, you had guys like Evander Kane step up. Zach Hyman came in for Edmonton. He scored 6 goals in 5 games against the Calgary Flames, so that certainly helped. Zach Cassian got on the board, things like that. 2022-2023, that's the year they lost to Vegas in the second round. 7 goals for, 10 goals against at 41%. Last year, 12 goals for, 21 goals against for 36%. And I know a lot of people are going to look at that 21 goals against and they're going to go, "Wow, it seems pretty high." Well, yeah, they went to game 7 of the Stanley Cup final. They went as far as you can go without actually winning the damn thing. So yeah, of course your goals against is going to be high. And then of course, so far, and that was at 36%. And then so far through 8 games, I know again, only 8 games, small sample size. It's only 8 games, but they're at 14 goals for, 8 goals against, 64%. That's the only one in blue. So part of why you need to go, part of what makes teams go on deep playoff runs is when the stars are shut down and shut out, you definitely need the depth to show up. And you look at the highest the Edmonton Oilers have had depth-wise is 2021-2022 at 45%. Again, like I said, I do not count 2020. I don't count that play-in round because that was a play-in round. It was established that if you win the play-in round, you make the Stanley Cup playoffs. Edmonton did not win the play-in round, therefore they are out. And I know I say that because the NHL has this weird, crazy because the NHL had this crazy thing where it's like, well, it's not a playoff series, but it still counts towards playoff stats. And we're just like, how can you even do that? So in any case, anthems have just wrapped up. We're about to get underway here. Janias, welcome, my friend, to the stream. Yes, you are correct. If we lose tonight, it is probably going to be because of Stuart Skinner. I did see a bit of an encouraging stat, though. Regular season stat, I know, but apparently in his last 5 games against the Vegas Golden Knights, Stuart Skinner is rocking a plus 900 save percentage. So Edmonton is definitely going to be definitely going to need the best from Stu. And of course, Stuart Skinner's last win in the Stanley Cup playoffs came in Game 6 against the Florida Panthers. So this will be interesting to see what happens. What's going to go here? Yeah, oh God, 0-2 record, 6-11 goals against average, 810 save percentage from Stu. So if Edmonton is going to win, they are going to need him to be their best player tonight. Yes, I know regular season out the window, but it is worth noting. So here we go. Face off in the center ice. Oilers win it, and the Vegas Golden Knights are going to get an early clear. Howden's going to send into the zone. Stuart Skinner is going to send it around. Puck into the slot, gloved down by Evan Bouchard. And he's going to get tied up by Brett Howden. Puck comes to the center ice area. And here come the Knights. So keys to the game. Oh, yeah, Stu? Yeah, 100%. And that's kind of the book on Stuart Skinner. If you're any opposing club, go laterally because he cannot go side to side to save his life. It's disappointing to watch, to be honest. All right, Draisaitl behind his own net. Now the overtime game winner for Edmonton. In Game 3, the Knights are going to shovel it into the Oilers zone. Bouchard. So my keys to the game for Edmonton tonight, it's 3 simple keys because they've been pretty good everywhere else. Number 1, score on the power play. They have not scored a power play goal in this series. They have not scored a power play goal on the road. They are at home, so they have a couple of power play goals at home, but they definitely need to start scoring on the power play more. If they are going to win more games than they lose, they definitely need to start scoring on the power play. Second key to the game, kill a penalty. They have allowed 3 power play goals in 2 games. They went 2 for 3 on the PK in Game 1 against Vegas, so they only surrendered 1 power play goal to Vegas in Game 1, but they surrendered 2 in Game 2. So Edmonton definitely needs to kill a penalty here. And then number 3, they need to be the first ones to score tonight. It's great that they've won 6 straight coming from behind, but that is in the long run, that is not sustainable. And at some point in time, they are going to run into a team, or they're going to go into a game where they're going to surrender the first goal, where they're going to be behind, and they are never going to be able to tie it up. So Edmonton definitely needs to have a lead, and they need to hold it. Hey, no worries, man. Even just you showing up is good enough for me, man. So enjoy your time with your wife, and pop in whenever you can. Shot from the point from Vegas, easy save for Stuart Skinner. Good to get him back good to get him feeling into the game. Yeah, who was that? Oh yeah, it was a clean look. Yeah, he couldn't. No traffic in front, easy save for Stuart Skinner. Yeah, that was pretty good. Oh, wait, I forgot you're ahead of me, so you're probably reacting to like a different one that's going to happen here. So let's see what happens. No worries, man. Enjoy your time with your wife, buddy. Hyman tried to go cross ice. Nothing doing there. Vander Kane behind the net. Reverse hit on Alex Pietrangelo. And we'll see if Oilers fans remember what happened the last time these two teams played in Edmonton. I think it was game 4. Dropped puck just now. Okay, good. If I remember, it was game 4 against Vegas. Edmonton was winning, and Alex Pietrangelo with the 2-handed slash on Draisaitl's wrist. And I think that resulted in a 1-game suspension for him. And then the NHL decided to enact this bullshit 1-game rule as the puck has come out in front from the corner, and Alex Pietrangelo got suspended for a game, and then Darnell Nurse initiated a fight, and it was a suspension the league handed out to Darnell Nurse for some BS reason. So, but in any case, puck dumped into the Vegas zone. Connor Brown. That is true. That is true. That is very true. Yeah. I don't mind tapping into the void, though. I do not mind tapping into the void. I'm okay with it. I'm used to it by now. At fourth line, going back to work, and great opportunity. Janmark found Arvidsson at the side of the net. That was a good opportunity. Like I said, the fourth line from Edmonton, Arvidsson, Janmark, and Podkolzin was probably Edmonton's best line in game 2. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, how that line continues to progress throughout today. So Eichel's going to win the face-off at the blue line for Vegas, and Vegas is going to come in. Thanks, Janias, dude. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for that compliment. Draisaitl's going to send it around for McDavid. McDavid behind the net, and Gretzky's offense sends it out in front. Bouchard shot, saved by Aiden Hill. Shot through traffic. Nice play by Bouchard to intercept that pass in the neutral zone. Draisaitl's going to find Corey Perry. Corey Perry can't hold on to it, and he gets it back. Fires cross ice to McDavid. But McDavid back to Nurse. Over to Bouchard. Draisaitl looking, waiting, sends it. Tried to send it across to McDavid, intercepted by Shea Theodore. Almost held up the line by Draisaitl there. Vegas doesn't get into the Oilers zone, though. You don't want to miss my goal calls. That's amazing, dude. Appreciate it. I'm going to have to try and, I don't know. I'm going to have to try and spice it up a little bit with the goal calls, I think. We'll see what happens here. Puck dumped in. Who is that? Hyman with the bank shot. Tried to beat Hill. Nothing doing there. Puck cleared out. Klingberg, who I can't state this enough, has been a great addition to Edmonton. Didn't have the greatest regular season. We all thought, we looked at how he was playing in the regular season. We all sat there going, okay, why did you go waste money on this guy? Your giggles are the best. Thank you. Yeah, he's been, I remember the regular season, we're like, why did we sign this guy? In playoffs, we're like, hey, we're glad we signed this guy. Icing on Edmonton. 4:49 into the first period. Shots are at 2 apiece. These two teams are even. These two teams are absolutely even. Okay, so I had a question to the Void or to Janias. I just saw a thing from Bet365 where a player jumps up into the eye or sky spins around and whacks a puck out of midair. Would that be considered and he scores a goal? Would that be considered a high stick? I think that would be considered a high stick because it's above the crossbar technically. Face off won by Vegas. Shot. Missed the net. And it's going to go all the way down the ice back into Vegas' zone. Hill's going to stop behind the net, and you leave it for Noah Hannafin, I believe that is. Number 15 is Noah Hannafin, I think. Let me see. I don't have any phones going. Line combos. I believe number 15 is Noah Hannafin. Yes, it is. And I miss what's going on. So the Oilers are back in the zone. I'm 10 seconds ahead of you. That's great, and that's probably not going to last. So I'm going to take that while I still can. Janmark drops it for Podkolzin. Back to the point. Shot. Ember. No, is that Emberson? I believe that is Emberson. Arvidsson sends it down low for no one in particular. I believe that's Zach Whitecloud. He's going to send it up. Oh, forecheck from McDavid. Couldn't control that puck and handle it, and the Vegas Golden Knights are going to clear it out. And Bouchard's going to find McDavid streaking down. McDavid winds, fires, missed, deflected over the net. Eichel against Hyman is there too. So we have a Hyman now. And here we go. So I'll go 10 seconds behind on your stream. Okay. McNabb goes cross ice. Out in front. Where's the puck? Stu has it. Nice little passing play from Vegas. Zach Whitecloud found Mark Stone. Mark Stone found Ivan Barbashev in the slot. Bit of a knuckle puck, but Stu got it. And I think we're going to go to we're not at a commercial break just yet. Not at a commercial break just yet. Oh, we are on a commercial break. Okay, cool. I missed the anthems. I'll have to watch that later. Yeah, that's good. That's very good. Like I said, Edmonton. Edmonton either needs to reduce the amount of penalties they're taking or fix the PK. I mentioned this before, I think in game 1 or game 2, and I'll say it again. The Oilers played 25 games in the Stanley Cup playoffs last year, and that's 25 games overall, 4 rounds. Short of, they played all but 3 of the maximum games. So they played 25 instead of playing 28. But they went as far as you can go without winning the Stanley Cup. In those 25 games, they only allowed 4 power play goals. And I believe that is a kill rate of about 90. If I remember correctly, their PK was at like 94%. So absolutely 100%. A big reason why they went far was because of the PK. You only allow 4 power play goals through 4 rounds, you're doing something right. Now, a lot of it, I understand a lot of it was because they were on a heater. But in this playoffs alone, I think they allowed like 7 versus LA. They've already surrendered 3 against Vegas. And we're only 2 rounds deep. So you're looking at a team that has surrendered more power play goals in 9 games of playoff action than they had all in 25. Now, I know they're in the second round, and they were able to outscore their PK problems in the first round, but at some point in time, they are going to have to lock it down. Now, a big part of why the PK is struggling in these playoffs, no Ekholm. And Ekholm masks a lot of problems on Edmonton's D. Not that the D is horrible. The D has been holding their own so far. They've been pretty good overall, especially in game 1 and in game 5 versus LA and game 1 against Vegas. But not having Ekholm back there, you're missing a big presence on your back end. You're missing a guy who puts everyone else in the proper slots. And also on the front end of that, you know, the PK, part of the reason why the PK was so successful is because the Edmonton Oilers had guys like Ryan McLeod, Warren Fogle, who as forwards had speed and could pressure the PK into making mistakes. On the back end, you had guys like Matthias Ekholm, who was good off the rush, who was also good at clearing the net. You also had guys like, as much as we didn't like him, Cody Ceci, good on the back end, especially on the rush. He was great at limiting rush opportunities. And even though he didn't play a ton, especially in the final 2 rounds, Vincent Desharnais was a big part of the back end. It's just a big body who can muscle players out. Now, the fact that you're saying we got this tells me that something is going to happen here that you know before I do. In any case, Draisaitl in on the forecheck. Eichel sends it across. Oh boy, breakaway. Stuart Skinner, nice, good play. Clears it out. Was able to get to that puck before. I'm assuming that was Ivan Barbashev, and certainly looks like that. McDavid back to the point. Corey Perry scores! There we go. McDavid finds Corey Perry, and the Edmonton Oilers take the 1-0 lead. There we go. What did I say? All right, let's hear that goal call. That was perfect. McDavid gains the zone, draws 2 defenders in, draws Pietrangelo into him, and Ivan Barbashev went down for the block, and Corey Perry's like, yep, I'm just going to go dance around you. There we go. Corey Perry. Good God. This guy, man. This guy. Holy crow. Oh, I love this. All right, here we go. Oilers scored first. That's what I wanted. Shots are 3 apiece. These 2 teams are even. For the first time in this series, the Edmonton Oilers are going to get the first goal of the game. Scoring, not Joe Barry. Oh, right in front. Adam Henrique had the, or was that new? No, I think that was Hyman. Oh, man. Evander Kane found Hyman. What we got? We had a penalty. It's going to be high sticking against. Here we go. Yep. Oilers scored first, so got to give Vegas an immediate power play. Pietrangelo got high sticked, probably from Kane. Yeah, it's Evander Kane going. So what happened here? So Kane found Hyman right alone in that, and it just went over. Oh, backhander by Hyman, and it just went over. And then Kane lays the hit. His stick didn't even hit him. What the are you serious? That is a wow. His stick didn't even, oh my God. Yep. That is bull. Kane's stick didn't even come up. Are you serious? That is just the, oh my God. That is some horse shit right there. Nice clear by Edmonton. I didn't get it out of the zone yet, but that was a nice breakup. Now they're going to get the clear. Puck dumped in. Aiden Hill is going to stop it. Minute 30 left on the PK. Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck. What a fucking... You're serious? 1-1, really? Pietrangelo or Barbashev. That puck's going to go to the play. Oh, so they haven't scored yet. You just don't. Okay, well, okay, that's yeah, you sunk me a little bit there because. So probably be 1-1. Well, I mean, Oilers got a minute left on the PK, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's. I mean, that's. Yeah. That's just yeah. So I don't fucking know what to say. That was an atrocious call. Back to the point. Oh, puck. Where is it? Where is it? Stewart has it. Nice. Oilers. Stuart Skinner flopping, but he doesn't allow the goal. Theodore. Back to Eichel. Eichel. Down low for Mark Stone. Over to Eichel. Jack Eichel. Looking. Waiting. Sends it up back to the point for Shea Theodore. Shea Theodore. Down for Eichel. Eichel. For Stone. Tries to power his way to the net. Eichel, cross ice, shot saved by Stuart Skinner. Or that missed the net. I don't know. Eichel, back to the point for Theodore. 13 seconds left on the man advantage for Vegas. Stone, Eichel, in front for Barbashev. He just missed the net. The Oilers are going to grab it, and they're going to clear it. The Oilers are going to clear the zone, and they're going to kill the penalty. All right. Holy crap, are you... Oh! Right in front, and that was off the crossbar. Who was that? Was that Draisaitl? Someone found Draisaitl, and he had a wide open net, and he hit the crossbar. This could have easily been 2-0 Edmonton. Oh, my goodness. Carlson finds Barbashev. Goes cross ice, but that's intercepted by McDavid. Nice back check by Connor. Intercepts the pass. Kane did try. And now the Oilers are going to get a power play here. All right. Yes. So the Edmonton Oilers already up 1-0. Kill off a egregious call. Those posts are dented. Yeah. Oh, man. Stewart. What a save. What a save by Stu. Yeah. So McDavid just, oh, that was so close. Ding. Oh my God. And then, yeah. So I think that was McNabb. Oh, that came off of, that was Stu that cleared the puck. Nice. All right. Well, yeah. Yep. They're saying Stu. Just exploring social media while I wait for the game to return, which is back on now. So here we go. Power play for Edmonton. So Zach Whitecloud off for interference. And the Oilers, who have not scored a power play goal in the series, need to get one here. It would be, if they can go up 2-0 this early in the game, that would be fantastic. Draisaitl with a pass just out of Bouchard's reach, and it's going to get cleared and into the Knights zone, but the Knights are going to regain control, and they're going to send it out. Carlson tried to find Eichel, nothing doing there. Bouchard. Drop pass for Connor. Connor's going to wind it up. Here goes Connor. He's going to drop it back. Guys, you need... Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. All right, fine. Draisaitl comes in. And the fact that you said that says that they might have scored here. So let's go. McDavid, spin move. Back to the point for Bouchard. Bouchard. Corey Perry in front of that. Bouchard. Line try scores! There we go! Was it Perry again? Was that Perry again? Perry times 2? Oh my God. Yeah, he's got 2. Elizabeth and Wolfie. Hi, guys. How's it doing? How are you doing tonight? Hopefully you're enjoying the game. Oilers are up 2-0 off of a power play goal by Corey Perry. Taps it perfectly. Oh, there it is. Corey Perry times 2. I look at the cell. He just... Oh, White Cloud, it's okay, buddy. It's okay. Your cell job to the refs didn't work, my guy. And now you're down 2-0. All right. Yeah, definitely. That would be great. All right. Well, puck behind the Vegas net. Shots are 6-4 in favor of Vegas, but a lot of that was because they had a power play. Edmonton, I think, only had one shot on their power play, but they converted on it. So right now, special teams is the difference so far in this game. Oilers are 1 for 1 on the PK, power play. Vegas is 0 for 1 on the PP. So, and Hyman tried to spin pass just out of the reach of his target. Don't know why no one challenged that. Vegas was backing off, so I don't know why no one went for that puck. It was a loose puck. Vegas was backing off. He had 2 guys in support, so I don't know what happened. Wow, Nicholas Roy. He's probably getting booed every time he touches the puck. Roy back to the point for Theodore. He's gonna shoot. Blocked in front. Arvidsson over to a guy. I think that was Adam Henrique. Not sure. Janmark in on the forecheck. Nothing doing there. Or no, sorry, that was Woolman. Yes, agreed. I agreed. In fact, Skinner is rocking a 6-11 goals against, so he can let in 6, but he's been good so far. He's been solid. Shot blocked in front. Edmonton's doing a good job of blocking shots in front of the net too, though. I'm not going to deny it. Edmonton is helping him out a little bit here. Kolasar back to Theodore. Theodore's going to shoot it on net, and that's going to get blocked in front and deflected into the corner. Vegas. Theodore. Waiting for traffic to form. He's going to skate it up. He's going to pass it off. It's going to get dumped into the Oilers zone. Skinner's going to stop behind the net. He's going to send it around. Draisaitl and McDavid. Here he goes. McDavid gets around. Couldn't quite corral the puck. And here comes Vegas. Barbashev fires. Saved by Stuart Skinner. Didn't really have much to shoot out there. Skinner came out, cut down the angle. Barbashev did not have anywhere to go. He couldn't cut to the inside because he had 2 Oilers defenders coming back at him. So that was well played by Skinner. He comes out, cuts down the angle, gave Barbashev nothing to shoot at. Carlson sends it out in front. Missed just out of the reach of whoever was charging the net there. Connor Brown tried to find Frederick on the inside. Pass couldn't get to him. Emberson over to Kulak. Riley Smith's going to send it in. No, we need 7 Bouchard. Well, he didn't really have much of a choice, and it was out of the reach of the Vegas player driving the net, so I'm okay with that one. And it looks like we're going to have offside here against Edmonton with 5:34 left in the first period. A solid period from Edmonton in this game. If you're out west, we hang out. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'd love to hang out. So here's an odd stat for you, and this is why I said Edmonton needs to score on the power play. They are 6 for 7 at home, but they're 0 for 12 on the road. Like, that is weird to me. But you know what? You know what else is weird? It reminds me of that weird stat from, like, I think it was like 2018 or 2019. The Oilers had like the best home penalty kill. No, sorry, they had the best road PK, but they had the worst home PK. It was weird. Like, and we're all like, what are you guys like? What is this weird? So anyway, we're off to we have a commercial break here.
Yes, yes, yes. Chatting, maybe.
Yes, I agree. It's too early to be getting carried away, but this is a solid start from Edmonton so far. I do not mind this at all. They've been putting a lot of pressure on Vegas. They have the 2-0 lead, so but who knows? Maybe this will be a reverse of what we saw in game 2. Behind the net, Evander Kane sends it out in front. Nothing doing there. That was a great opportunity, but it was intercepted by the Vegas Golden Knights. Here comes Olofsson. He's going to pass it over to Hanifin, and it's going to be icing against Edmonton. And now we're going to get some rough stuff here. No, sorry, that was Pavel Dorofeev. Wallman getting into it. Klingberg getting into it. Nugent Hopkins has got his hands wrapped on Tomas Hertl. Kane's in there. Hyman's in there. The whole shebang. Told my wife to come back in case Vegas scores twice. Yeah, she is not allowed to leave. You tell your wife to stay where she is because the Oilers have scored 2 with her present. She stays. So Corey Perry is now tied for 36 all-time with 59 career playoff goals, tied with both Paul Coffey and Stan Mikita. Someone's going to have to tell Paul that. So exactly 5 minutes left in the first period. Oilers are up 2-0. Draisaitl gets around one guy. Back check by Kolasar. That was good. Now we have a 2-on-1 for Vegas. 2-on-1. Nice defensive play. Who was that? Was that Klingberg? Oh, it's gold anyway. So what happened there? So that was a well-defended 2-on-1 from the defender. But I guess someone bowled into Stu. Who bowled in? So Draisaitl gets back-checked by Kolasar. Okay, nothing. Okay, nope. That happens. Roy. Nice defensive play. And then what happens there? Oh, it like caught Stu awkwardly. He falls back. What happened there? Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it happens. That was a well-defended 2-on-1 from the Edmonton defender. I don't know who was on the ice, but it was just a bank shot. Stewart, I don't know what Stewart was thinking. I guess he thought it got behind him. He fell backwards trying to save the puck, and then what ended up happening was it falls at his feet, and it's into the open net for Nicholas Waugh, who should have been suspended, by the way. Let's be honest here. He shouldn't be playing, but yeah, I just saw Vegas tied it. Eichel finds Riley Smith. He's going to dance in, and he scores. My God. Okay, 2-2 right now. So Eichel danced around the defenders, and then he just goes 5-1, Stuart Skinner. Oh boy. Okay. Puck deflected out of play. So 3:41 left in the first period, and we're all back to square one. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Yeah. He should have played the first one better. The second one, you can't really blame him because he is yeah, we're just gonna okay. Well, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Edmonton just it's only 2-2, but Edmonton had all the momentum and now Vegas has got it. So Edmonton definitely I mean, if they can get out of this period tied at 2, that's good, but maybe. I don't know. The thing is that no, probably that's what would have happened. Yeah, I agree. All right. Edmonton, they only have 4 shots on goal, so they need to get back here. All right, Connor Brown can't get into the zone. Come on, Edmonton, you need to get playing again here. Yes, agreed. Only 4 shots on goal is not going to cut it. Back to the point. Shot. Missed the net. Yeah, that is one good thing about this period. All right, Hyman behind the net. Back to the point. Shot. Kulak. Oh, what a save by Hill. Oh, man, that was a nice save by Hill. That was a rebound waiting to just get smacked in. Kane. Back to Emberson. Emberson's going to leave it behind the net. Here he goes. Pass up to Bouchard. Bouchard finds Draisaitl. Draisaitl. Draisaitl finds Corey Perry. Corey gets dumped behind the net. McDavid can't hold that puck, and here come the Knights. And nothing doing there. Nurse sends it around for Corey Perry. He's going to find Draisaitl. Come on, guys. Leon finds Corey Perry. Perry. Nice keep in at the line, whoever that was. Draisaitl. McDavid. Perry. Oh, I couldn't spin around to get the shot. Bouchard. Drops it for McDavid. McDavid drops for a shot. Blocked in front, deflects out of play with 1:20 left, and I think we're going to get a commercial break here. Yep, agreed. Agreed. He's been fantastic defensively this series. He had a rough outing against LA. I think the entire Oilers decor did. But when they found what they have with the combos they're working with right now, with the D pairs that seem to be working, everyone's kind of found the rhythm here. Frederick is going to send it down low for Connor Brown, but it's going to intercept it by William Karlsson. Here come the Vegas Golden Knights, 3-on-3 rush. Karlsson drops for Hurdle over to Hanifin. Hanifin shoots wide. Yeah, no, I agree. Oh, fumble puck by Hurdle. Goes to Hanifin. Hanifin's going to walk in, goes cross ice, deflected. Frederick is going to clear that puck with 36 seconds left. And Bouchard against Kolesar. Bouchard's going to send it over to Kulak. Brett Kulak. 6 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the first period is going to come to a close. Agreed. But Edmonton had a good first 15 minutes, I think. And then they just kind of fell asleep a little bit, kind of sat back, let Vegas get things going. Yeah. Not good. So So, all right. Yeah, I'm watching it right now too as well. So I'm gonna mute the mic for a bit, and then we're gonna come back for the second period. So yeah, see you guys in a bit. Okay, we are back. Period 2 about to get underway. All tied up at 2. Ay, ay, ay. A good start ruined by just a couple of bad. Well, I'm not even gonna say bad plays. The second goal, I would put more on the D than the goaltending, but the first one, yeah, definitely something that Stewart should have had. Now, there was an interesting development. Mark Stone did not play the final 6 minutes and 20 seconds of the first period. So interesting to see what happens. So he is not on the bench to start the second period here. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with Mark Stone. Yep. Let's get at it. New period. New period, new game. Emberson's going to wire it into the zone. Easy glove down by Aiden Hill. Smith over to Carlson. William Carlson's going to skate it into the Oilers zone. Olofsson back to the point. White Cloud shot, missed the net. Riley Smith tried to send it out in front. Nothing doing there. Here comes Trent Frederick over to Connor Brown. Brown's going to chip it, and Frederick's going to chase it. He's going to lay a hit. And it's going to rim around, and that's going to be an icing call on Vegas. I do not know. I'm sure the broadcast will tell us here, but Mark Stone is not on the bench to start the second period, and he did not play the final 6:20 of the first. So I assume it's some sort of injury, maybe. That's not going to be icing, okay? Bouchard. Up to the point. It's going to get dumped into the Vegas zone. Hill's going to stop it. Theodore. Nice defensive there. Oh, there we go. Turnover. Here we go. 21. Nice defensive play by Edmonton there. McDavid is going to skate it up. Passes it over. Perry tried to go around the net. Up at the point. Shot. Missed the net. Nuge. Wins the puck battle. Corey Perry had his stick held. No penalty. Vegas is going to get it. Klingberg skates it up. Sends it around. Here comes Hurdle. He's going to skate it in. Nurse takes him out of the play. Klingberg gets in on it. Here goes Nuge. Finds Hyman. Hyman's going to chip it. He's going to go in. Round to the point. No, but that matchup does kind of favor Edmonton. They do have the horses to... Both teams are good off the rush. Both teams are good off the rush. You would hope Edmonton gets more rush opportunities than Vegas. Right. So we'll see what happens here. Kane's going to flip it out. Janmark. Can't crowd the pocket. He's rolling. Goalie shot. Emberson. Yeah, a little bit. It's also the commentating. For some reason, if I like do a lot of talking or a lot of singing, I gotta yawn. I need to get rid of this sty in my eye. Woman. Oh man, great. Woman is gonna skate it up. Jake Wellman. Yes, they do. Connor Brown on the forecheck. Nothing doing there. Vegas is going to clear it out. Theodore over to Riley Smith. Or no, that's Barbashev. No, yeah, that's Barbashev. My apologies. Klingberg sends it up for Wallman from Puckholzen. Connor Brown streaking in. Connor Brown drops it. Nice. That was a nice little play they had there. Nurse. Bouchard. Or no, that's not Bouchard. That's Klingberg, I think. Henrique. Nurse. Bouchard. Tries to find Connor Brown. And puck flipped out of play, but it did deflect off the glass, so no delay of game. Nearly 5 minutes in. Draisaitl wins the faceoff. Back to the point for Kulak. Over to Bouchard. McDavid back to Bouchard. Bouchard fires. Puck into the crowd, and Vegas is going to grab it and clear it. I'll say this. Kulak or Knoblauch is shuffling his defensive pairs, and I like that from Chris. Draisaitl over to McDavid. Back to the point. Bouchard. Draisaitl is going to skate and drops for Perry. Perry's going to send it down in deep. Damn. Wow. David needs to score a Hattie. That'd be great. Yeah, we need Leon and Connor to kind of step it up a little bit here. Kane wins the puck battle, gets the puck out. Hyman gets the puck knocked off his stick. Nice hit by Kane. Puck out of the zone, but Nugent's going to be there to pick it up. Nugent Hopkins in his own zone sends it back to Emberson. Emberson's going to drop it back for Nuge. Here goes Nuge. He's going to find Henrique with the shot. That's going to be missed. Kane tried to stop it. Nice hit there by Henrique. Kane, nearly found Hyman. Sorry, I'm saying Henrique was on the ice. I think that was Hyman both times. Nice poke check by the Vegas D to clear the zone. Vegas has it, and they're going to get it out. Shot saved by Stuart Skinner. Yeah, agreed. Ouch. Well, he is listed as day-to-day, so. Oh. Hi, puppy. Yeah, Pickard is listed as day-to-day, so I don't know what that means in the playoff run, but yeah, I can't handle another OT. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, it does. Yeah. I bet you like half of those people don't even know the full names of the players on the team. Henrique off the boards to Connor Brown. Emberson. Dorofiev over to Howden. Brett Howden. Download for Dorofiev. Dorofiev sends it back for Eichel. Should bring all USA teams to Canada, and I bet men would make millions more. Oh, yeah. So, do we have a penalty here?
Get Canada's most reliable defense. Sauce and pass to Peter. Back down the one-timer broken up by Anderson. And a hit on Dorofia. And we'll have a hand pass from the beginning.
All right. Agreed. But, you know, if you do it like an all-Canadian division like we did back in if you do that, yeah, it's going to be rough. Woman sends it up. Here we go. Oilers. Janmark finds. Oh, that was a nice play. Back. One too many passes there, I think. But mind you, Puck Olsen was on his backhand, so he couldn't really do much. Oh, yeah, it was crazy. Riley Smith, drop pass for Carlson. He's going to shoot. It's an easy save for Stuart Skinner. Agreed. Yeah, they've been Edmonton's best line for a couple games now. Puck Olsen, your Janmark. Oh, that was a night. Oh, and there was space too. That was the worst part. If that gets to Janmark, that's a backdoor tap in. All right. So what happened with Stone here? He just fell down. Okay. The important thing is he has it. That's all I care about. Shots are 11-8 in favor of Vegas, though, with 11:34 left here in the second period. Oilers win the faceoff. Nurse back to Bouchard. Bouchard's going to send it up for Nugent Hopkins. Here comes Nuge. Over to Kane. Kane sends it down for Hyman. Hyman tried to get it back and sends it up in Vegas. Here comes Keegan Colasar. He's going to drop it off for Jack Eichel. Jack Eichel drops for Shea Theodore. He's going to shoot. That's going to be saved by Skinner. Where's the puck? In the slot. Good defense by Edmonton there to clear that puck and not give Vegas a rebound. Hyman goes cross ice for Nugent Hopkins, and that's going to be offside despite the fact that Hyman got taken off over the line. Yep. Agreed. A very, very, very fast game. Petrangelo is going to send it down. It's not going to be icing. Bouchard spins off a check over to Wallman. Jake Wallman up to McDavid. Connor flying, sends it down. Corey Perry in on the forecheck. Can't get the puck, and here comes Vegas. 3-on-2 rush. Nice defensive play by the Oilers there to break up that chance. McDavid goes back to the point. Potential partial keep by Wallman there. That could have been dangerous. Yes. Puck out in front. Shot. Saved by Skinner. Good God. You can tell Skinner's a little shaky. That's twice now he's made a save and fallen on his back because of it. I think Skinner's a little shaky right now.
Since you're not
All right. Henrique. Puck up in the air, not out of play. Connor Brown can't hold the line. Here comes Vegas. Tanner Pearson can't get around the Oilers defenseman. Darnell Nurse. Here come the Oilers. Connor Brown. Klingberg over to Frederick. Frederick sends it down low. Nice. Klingberg over to the point. Shot. Saved by Hill. Hill hasn't been tested much in this period. He's only faced 2 shots. I don't know. Maybe. Do we have a penalty? We do. Barbashev is going off. I think they were saying Skinner, but in any case, Edmonton's going to go to the power play here. Yeah. The power play is 6 for 7 at home in the playoffs, but 0 for 12 on the road. So it's a weird stat. Okay, so Mark Stone is out. For the remainder of the game. He suffered an upper body injury after sliding awkwardly on the ice and hitting the boards, I guess. Yes, agreed. But Vegas is doing a good job clogging up the neutral zone. Edmonton can't really get a lot going here, but they have a power play, so they have a chance here to retake the lead. So what happened here? Arvin Barbashev. That's going to be a slashing call in the hands. Yeah, you get the stick up in the hands. That's going to be a call all day. So here we go. Oilers power play. They are 1 for 1 on the night. Need to score. If they can get the lead, that'd be great. So McDavid versus Eichel. And McDavid's going to win it. Bouchard. Over to Nugent Hopkins. Hopkins shoots. Vegas is going to gut that puck and clear it down the ice. Stewart's going to leave it for Bouchard. Evan Bouchard. Oh, that would be hilarious, in my opinion. Draisaitl comes in off the rush. Shot, easy save for Hill. No one was there with the rebound, though, and that was a juicy rebound. McDavid finds Nuge. Puck is going to get dumped in. Petrangelo's going to find it, though, and he is going to clear it out. Stewart's going to leave it behind the net. Here we go. Bouchard again. Bouchard. Bouchard. Drops it for Nuge. He's going to drop for McDavid. McDavid's Nuge back to McDavid. Over to Draisaitl. Okay, guys, you need to get shots on net. You only have one shot in this power play. Come on. Nuge. Back to the point for Bouchard. McDavid. Bouchard. McDavid. Bouchard. Nugent Hopkins. Back to Bouchard. Wines fires. Blocked in front or saved by Hill. Bouchard. Nuge. Tries to go backdoor for Draisaitl. Nothing to do here. 29 seconds left of the power play. Bouchard. McDavid tries to go cross ice for Draisaitl. Draisaitl back to Bouchard. 20 seconds left on the power play. Bouchard. McDavid. Bouchard. Fires. Puck in traffic. Where's the puck? Can't clear by Vegas. 5 seconds left on the power play. Bouchard. McDavid tries to go backdoor. Puck into the corner. Vegas has killed the penalty, but the Oilers still have the puck. Draisaitl tries a sharp angle shot. Vegas is going to clear it. Not going to get very far with it. Oilers are going to dump it back into the Vegas zone. Oilers are going to clear it. Now it's going to be icing on Edmonton. Oh, that Oiler player beat out the icing. Who was that? That was Kane. Or that was Hyman, maybe. Hyman behind the net. Shot from the point. Where's the puck? Up in the air. My stream is like glitching right now. So 2 shots for Edmonton on that power play, and they miss an opportunity to take the lead. And with 5:53 left in the second period, I'm very behind, apparently. That's okay. Looks like we got a commercial break. All right, game is back. Yeah, I can refresh. It'll probably be the same thing. Yeah. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah. So I'm at 546 now. Yeah, I'm pretty much the only hockey fan at my home too, actually, if I'm gonna be honest. Thank you. Puck dumped in by Vegas. Kulak. Back to the point. Pietrangelo fakes a slapper. Fakes it again. Sends it in front. Shot. Where's the save? Oh, nice save by Stu. Good save by Stuart Skinner. He got back in time to stop that wraparound attempt. Hannafin's going to send it down low. Kulak behind the net. It's going to clear it up. Honestly, at this point, any save is a good save. In a 2-2 game, any save is a good save. Pietrangelo. Stewart's going to stop behind the net. He's going to leave it for Nurse. Nurse is going to be off the boards. And what we got? Offside? And that's going to be offside. I think he stopped Olofsson. So what happened here? So Pietrangelo sent it down low for Barbashev, or that was Olofsson, and then it was Hurdle on the wraparound. Yeah, so Olofsson shot it, Stewart with the save, and then he kicked it right out to Hurdle, and then he got around. So shots are 15-11. Agreed. Shots are like, I think 5 apiece in this period. No, 6-5 for Vegas because they had 9 shots. Edmonton had 6 to start. Wallman can't clear the puck out. Nicholas Raw is going to stop it. He's going to fall, and Yamark's going to pick it up. No, he can't clear it out, though. Vegas. Now they overskate the puck. 2 Oilers run into each other. Kind of works out. Draisaitl. Leon stops up, tried to send it in front, picked off, and here comes the Vegas Golden Knights. Roy. Agreed. Pietrangelo can't hold the puck in. Is going to escape the zone with 3:49 left here in the second period. Carlson. Shot blocked in front. Pietrangelo. Well, this can't clear the zone. Behind the net. Puck. Yeah, Edmonton's kind of scrambling a little bit here. Smith sends it back to the point for a guy. Over to Pietrangelo. Pietrangelo. Down low for Carlson. Carlson, nice little stop up. Back to the point for Pietrangelo. He's going to shoot it. And Vegas is going to clear the zone. Carlson. Are you serious right now? Little give and go. Carlson scores, and the Vegas Golden Knights lead it 3-2 after being down 2-0. So we have a reverse game 1 here. All right. Oy, oy, oy. Yeah, and he should have had that one. That's what he should have had. Well, $2.49 left. Kulak. Lines fires, missed the net. Probably not. We'll see what happens. McDavid, shot, missed the net. Kulak, shot, puck in front. Vegas can't clear it out. Here comes Vegas. Eichel. Nice defensive play by, who was that? Is that Nuge? I think that was Nuge on the back check. Good job, Nuge. McDavid finds Nugent Hopkins. So they've gone McDavid, Nugent Hopkins, and Hyman. Aiden Hill is not happy about something. Are the Oilers going on to the PK? Yeah. Looks like it. Hyman's going off for what here? I'm guessing goalie interference based on the fact that Hill was doing something here. What? Come on, really? You're calling that? Oh boy. $154 left, so the Vegas Golden will have 6 seconds of carryover power. And considering they say Gurr, I'm guessing Vegas has scored to make it 4-2. Eichel. Olsen. Nurse. Clears it out. Not yet? Okay. Well, that's... So you say goal, Gurr, and I'm like, okay, so you're frustrated because they scored to make it 4-2. Theodore. Hurdle. Eichel finds Hurdle. Here comes Connor Brown. He's got Yanmark catching up. No, nothing doing there. Vegas. Roy finds Eichel. Eichel gets cross-checked. Bouchard. Can't clear it out. Oh, I see. McDavid. O'Connor's going to skate this one out. You know, trust Stu, yeah. After that third, yeah, he's had 2 bad ones tonight. He should have saved. $18 seconds left. Oh, Connor. Here we go. Connor. You got to take that shot, dude. Come on. Tried to go cross ice. Come on. You got to take that shot. And the second period comes to a close. Oh, boy. Well, just whatever. Yeah, I'll see you at the third, Janice. Okay, we are back. The Edmonton Oilers down by 1 heading into the third period. But taking a look at some stats here, they've scored 15 goals, allowed 3 in the last 6 games of the third period. So they are doing quite well in the third, but I said it at the top. It's only so many days and games that coming from behind is going to work, and I feel like this is the game where it's not. Now, that being said, it's not the end of the world if you lose tonight. You're still up 2-1, but you have an opportunity to go up 3-0 for the first time in the history of the McDavid-Draisaitl era, and you're going to piss it away. So here we go. Power play is over for Vegas. Hyman's back on the ice. And here we go. Skinner's going to stop behind the net. McDavid's going to pick it up. Nugent Hopkins. Bit of a hand pass, and that's not going to get called. McDavid. Chip in charge. So they're going McDavid, Nugent, Hyman. Here comes Eichel. He's just going to dump it into the Oilers zone. Skinner's going to stop behind the net. Leave it for Nurse. Kulak. And they're going Kane, Draisaitl, and Hyman. Puck's going to get tipped into the Vegas zone. Hill's going to stop it. He's going to send it up for Carlson. Carlson sends it down to Olofsson. Olofsson's going to dump it into the Oilers zone. Bouchard. Over to Wallman. Corey Perry tries to get it out. Can't get it out. Sorry, that was Kane. My bad. Wallman. Tries to go across ice to Draisaitl. Just out of his reach, and Pietrangelo going to get it. And puck is going to get dumped up by Vegas, and that's going to be icing on the Knights. Olsen into the Oilers zone. Nurse is going to stop it. Here goes Nurse. He's going to skate up with it. Henrique. Here comes Vegas. Carlson. Over to Dorofeev. Dorofeev. Down low for Tanner Pearson. Over to Tomas Hertl. Hertl. To Pearson in the slot. Disrupted just enough that I couldn't get the Dorofeev cleanly. Tanner Pearson. Cross ice to Dorofeev. Shot. Saved by Skinner. Henrique. Shot. Saved by Skinner. Henrique to Connor Brown. Connor Brown's going to chip in charge. Bouchard shot. Saved by Hill. Arvidsson goes cross ice for Podkolzin. Podkolzin's going to send it down low. Arvidsson's going to be there to collect. Gets into a puck battle with McNabb. Vegas is going to win it. They're going to send it out. Barbashev flips it into the Oilers zone. Woolman finds Klingberg. Klingberg tries to find McDavid. McDavid hops over his stick. We got icing offside.
Angelo down the ice doesn't get the call. Dart through the middle, and an icing call.
Natural
Oh,
sweeteners
never mind,
and
icing.
colors from artificial sources. Body Armor, the official sports hydration partner of the NHL. We're gonna.
Yep, agreed, Janias. All right, so puck at center ice. McDavid's going to win it. Wills are going to dump it in. Hill for Hannafin. Hannafin finds Riley Smith. Barbashev over to Smith. Sounds good, Janias. Thanks for coming out, man. You too, man. Have a good night. Eichel. Dancing. Can't drop it for Barbashev. Eichel. Spin. Shoots. Blocked in front. Kolasar. Sends it down low. Bouchard. Can't grab the puck. Here come the Knights. Olofsson. Backhander. Blocked in front. Carlson. Spins. Nothing doing there. Kolasar. Carlson. McNabb. Okay. All right. Woman. Klingberg. My apologies. Klingberg drops it for Brown. Connor Brown. Shot. Saved by Hill. Connor Brown. Back to the point for Woolman. He's going to take the shot. It's going to deflect over the net. That's going to be icing on Edmonton. Puck shot from the point. Doesn't get to McDavid. Knights are going to clear it out. Nurse. Sends it in. Hill's going to move it. Shot. from McDavid into the glove of Aiden Hill. And I think we're going to get our first commercial break of the period. I'll be right back. So we have the commercial break. Ay, ay, ay. All right. Vegas. Kulak in his own zone. Gonna get it up to McDavid. Here goes Connor. Connor tries the pass. Blocked, but he gets it back. Adrian Hopkins. Over to Hyman. Hyman's going to sweep it to the back. Kulak shot. Puck just dribbles wide. McDavid. Hyman can't corral the puck, and Vegas Golden Knights are going to get it out. Ay, ay, ay. Puck rolls in on Stu. He's going to pass it to Nurse. Nurse is going to find Klingberg. Klingberg is going to try the stretch pass to Draisaitl, and that's going to be not icing. Draisaitl. Corey Perry with the hit. Olafson's going to dump it into the Knights zone. Corey Perry's going to dump it in. Hill's going to stop it. Vegas is going to clear it. Woolman. Over to Bouchard. Bouchard. Over to McDavid. No, that was Podkolzin. Hurdle. And we got high stick.
Good stick to take that away. A little bumping again.
All right, face off to the right is Stuart Skinner. Henrique against, is that Howden? I don't know. Yes, it was Howden, and Howden's going to win it. Howden over to Waugh. Nicholas Waugh. Shot blocked in front. Oilers can't clear the puck, though. Kolasar back to the point for Noah Hannafin. Nurse finds Connor Brown. Henrique. $9:50 left here in the third period. And here come the Knights. Eichel sends it back to the point. Braden McNabb can't hold it at the line. Connor Brown's going to go, Hyman's going to go after it. And the Knights are going to get it. And they're going to send it down. Nuge. Shot blocked in front. Wallman. He's going to let play develop. He's going to send it up to Draisaitl. Leon Draisaitl. Checked off the puck. And Vegas is going to clear it out. Yeah, Vegas doing a good job of stifling Edmonton here. I'm not going to lie. Give them credit. They've done a good job in this game. Nurse in his own zone. Over to Klingberg. Klingberg tried to pass it up. And here come the Knights. Tanner Pearson. Good save by Stuart Skinner. That was a great save. That was a fantastic save from Stuart Skinner. Absolutely robbed Nicholas Roy.
And Skinner flashes the level.
Well, there you go. There's the save you needed, boys. Ay, ay, ay. This is yeah, the Oilers just don't have it tonight, I don't think, guys. They absolutely just they do not have it tonight. They are not urgent enough. They were not ready for this game, I don't think. They got the quick 2-0 lead, that's good, but they do not have the urgency to win this game. All right, here we go. Draisaitl. Over to Bouchard. Bouchard sends a pass over, and it's going to get intercepted. Here come the Knights. Eichel, shot. Saved by Skinner. Draisaitl finds Hyman. Hyman's going to be streaking down the wing. Bouchard, cross ice to McDavid. Draisaitl hits the side of the net. Now it was not going to go in at all. And it's going to be icing on Vegas with 6:55 left in the third period. Oilers only have 2 shots in this period. You're not going to win doing that, guys. Come on. All right. McNabb whiffs on the pass, and it's going to go all the way down, and it's going to be not icing. Skinner's going to stop behind the net. Kulak. And that's going to be icing on Edmonton. And then we have icing on Vegas. 6:28 left. All right. Oilers win the faceoff. Bouchard. Down low for McDavid. McDavid stops up. Finds Draisaitl behind that. No, it sends it back out front for McDavid. Hyman. Back to the point. Down low for Draisaitl. Draisaitl stapled against the boards by Hannafin. Draisaitl can't get the pass. McDavid tries the pass. Nothing doing there. Another pass, nothing doing. Face is going to dump it in the Oilers zone. Corey Perry gets in. He's going to send it around for Draisaitl. Draisaitl. Vegas is going to take it. And they're going to clear it out. Nooch dumps the puck into the Vegas zone for Corey Perry on the forecheck. Nooch sends it back to the point. Pearson. Vegas is just going to dump it in. And do we have a penalty here?
Half all ends with a whistle going. The puck underneath the prostrate Jake Wallman, and with 4.5 minutes off Edmonton, a 3-2 lead. They'll have to deal with more of this down the stretch as McDavid and the Oilers.
All right. Commercial break. Oh boy. Ay, 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 ay. All right, down to the final 420 of this game. Oilers trailing by 1, and they absolutely need to get something going here. What was that? Was that Victor Arvidsson? My God, this guy loves to fall down, eh? Draisaitl, backhand. Shot, saved by Hill. Another shot, saved by Hill. Good Lord. And Vegas is going to clear it out. And all of a sudden, one guy's making saves. All right. McDavid. Shot into the glove of Aiden Hill. All right, face off in the offensive zone. Scramble face off, and the Oilers are going to come away with it. McDavid, back to the point. McDavid. Oh, it's in! They tied it! All right, here we go. Was that Connor? Yes!
The chances will start to come for Edmonton. There's McDavid standing blind in the stands watching this one, and this place is erupting.
So how did this go? I completely missed it. So McDavid spins, and he just banks it off Hill. It looks like it went off Braden McNabb's skate. All right, here we go. That's going to be Hill. It's the icing on Vegas. So all right. Whew. Okay, that was all right. So they got the tying goal. So if they win tonight, it's going to be 7 straight comeback from behind wins. Oh my good God. All right. 2:46 to go offensive zone face off. Draisaitl versus Carlson. Let's get another one, shall we? Draisaitl. Or sorry, McDavid sends it down low for Draisaitl. Spins off a check. Hyman can't do anything. Woolman over to Nurse. Oh, bad pass. McDavid goes in, can't quite get anything going there.
Looks like overtime.
Shot deflected out of play, and with one now that's why you put pucks on net. All right, 154 to go. Oh boy. So Kane, so News gets waved out of the face-off circle. Kane is there to take it against Eichel. Eichel wins it. Here come the Knights. Howden. Knights are going to dump it into the Oilers zone. Kulak. 1:38 left to go. McNabb over to Theodore. He's going to shoot. It's going to miss. McNabb over to Eichel. Jack Eichel sends it in front. Theodore shot. Blocked by Arvidsson, and it's going to go up and out of play. All right, 118 left. Connor Brown goes cross ice to no one in particular. Vegas just holding on here. 55 seconds left to go, and I think we are going to go to overtime. Barbashev. Connor Brown. 38 seconds to go. Connor Brown sends it around for Brett Kulak. Kulak sends it in front. 27 seconds. McDavid behind the net. Goes back to the point. Kulak's going to take that shot. It's going to be blocked in front. But Kulak's going to get it back. He's going to send it around. 16 seconds to go. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh boy.
Put it underneath the bar.
This is unbelievable. This looked
This
like
might
it
be
might have gone
it.
in.
Are you serious?
This might be it. Vegas celebrating as if it is not only in, but will count.
7, 6.
After conference with the on-ice officials,
It,
the call on the ice is a goal.
Yeah.
The play is under review.
no, that's it. That's it. Edmonton lost.
This is going to be Vegas 4, Edmonton 3 with .4.
Vegas scored with 0.4 seconds to go, and they're going to take game 3. I can't believe it. Are you serious? Oh my God. That.
Riley Smith with his second of the game.
And Draisaitl deflected it into the net.
It's going to be the game winner with 0.4 of a second remaining. Louis, you and I aren't even midway through the second round, and we've seen about just about every kind of finish you can imagine.
What a game for Riley Smith. And Stuart Skinner aggressively came out, forced him to go wide. It goes.
I don't know what they're reviewing. There is nothing left to review. Vegas takes it.
Across the line. They had to come back out. Everybody had left because this game was over essentially with 0.4 seconds on the clock.
Well,
What a dagger by Riley Smith. 2 goals in this game, number 3. And they get their first victory of the series and the first loss for Edmonton at home in the playoffs this season.
This crowd has been stunned.
well, we knew it wasn't going to be easy. But, like, seriously. Oh, my God. Well, yep. Oh, man. It probably is. Okay. Hey, you know what? Vegas is a good team. I said Oilers in 6, but I mean, damn. Well, okay. Hey, you know what? It happens. I'm not.
Gated out of the zone. William Carlson with 7 will chip it down the boards. There's nobody to help him. His centering feet. Here's Riley Smith. Wade shoots, hit the post. Oh, he hit the post at the buzzer.
Okay. Well, I don't know what else to say. I'll see you guys on Monday night, I suppose. Oilers lose 4-3 with 0.4 seconds to go. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh boy.